All right. So get our set of data. First, you must do data cleaning, and you must describe your respondents. So first table usually will be the demographic characteristics. So let's check. Data variable can be quantitative or qualitative. This quantitative, this qualitative. For quantitative data, we describe as mean and standard deviation or median and interquartile range. For qualitative data, we describe as frequencies and percentages. All right. Let's see now here, Jantina, state of status perkawinan, quali or quanti? Quali or quanti?
Qualitative.
Eh?
Qualitative.
So what's the basic difference between quantitative and qualitative? Can you find the average between these numbers? Can you find average? Can or cannot?
Can, Prof.
Can. Can you find the average between these variables? These values?
No.
No. So values of whichever variables cannot average. These are values cannot be averaged. Doesn't make sense. Then you call it qualitative variables. The values can be averaged. We call it quantitative variable or continuous variables. All right. So to describe the variables, let's go to analyze. Analyze. Descriptive statistics and frequencies. Analyze descriptive statistics and frequencies. Okay, the variables. So enter all the variables. Don't have to do one at a time. So this demographics, status perkawinan, jantina, right? Jantina, bangsa, tahap pendidikan, pekerja. Umur is quantitative, okay? So bring inside and just click OK. Okay, same time, open a Word file. So it's table 1. So as you get the frequencies and percentages, going to enter the table. Table 1, demographic characteristics. Okay, demographic characteristics of the respondents. So insert a table. Variable. Frequency. Now, you're going to save the file. Another day, you're going to submit this file. So make sure all of you do this as you go. After that, you're going to save this file and submit another day for all the analysis we are doing. Right? Okay, let's see the frequencies. Okay. I think put gender first, right? Gender. Male, female. How many males? How many males?
17.8%.
The number. How many number? 30?
Oh, 30.
32.
To
That is 17.8%. Next. 148. 82.2%. So majority are females, right?
Yes, Prof.
All right. There are two columns here, percent and valid percent. Are the values the same? The percent and valid percent, these values, are they same?
Yes.
Yes.
Why space is giving two values like that? Why two columns of same values? Now, there could be missing values. If there are missing values, just watch it, don't do this. In case there are missing values, supposing here this value is not there, supposing, sorry. Now I'll come back to later, all right, because these are qualitative variables. All right, come back later. Right, so now, if there are missing values, this percent will be on the total, valid percent will be on the non-missing values. Supposing here 180, out of the 180, 10 were missing, 10 were missing, so 170. So this percentage will be 32 over 170, 32 over 170, right? So most likely, because data is captured through this particular system, we don't expect missing values, right? Okay. So we enter that. Next variable. What's next variable? Come on, read the next variable. Yeah?
Oh, marital status.
Marital status. How many levels are here?
There are 4.
4. What are they?
Married,
Married,
single,
single,
divorced or widowed,
divorced or widowed.
others.
Others means what?
Not sure, Prof.
Not sure they're married or not. All right? So basically, others, there must be some, I don't know what, I didn't understand what the question meant, or I don't know. Now, shall we put under other categories, combine them into other categories? Are they married? Are they single? Are they divorced? Which category most likely we can put them into? I don't want these others. Shall I put in a third one? Gender or duda? Guys, what's marital status others means? Live together? Any idea?
Divorce.
Divorce or here? Never mind, just put others, right? Okay, number. Fill up the numbers. First one is married 112 and put the percentage 62.2%. Fill it up. Remember, each one of you will submit your own file another day. So before any table, you must do a simple write-up. This is the result section. There were how many respondents? 118 respondents. Study. Okay, 180 respondents in this study. The demographic characteristics of the respondents. Demographic characteristics of the respondents are shown in table 1. Don't let any table just hang by itself. Shown in table 1. So we know what you're doing and what is your finding, right? So below that, as shown, or I can write above this also, among the 180 respondents, how many percent are married? How many percent female? 82.2% were female. Marital status who's highest? Marital status, which group is highest?
Married.
Married, 62.2% were married. Don't have to go and explain each one, okay? 60% are married, 18% single, no need. Highlight what is the most important, the main brackets, okay? Right, next, Bangsa, ethnicity. We have is India, Malay, and Sabah. Right, how many percent? 23, 12.8%, 155, 86.1%, and 2, 1.1%. Married, 86.1% Malays, next table, education level. How many levels are there? How many levels?
6 levels.
Okay, can you combine some of them?
We can combine
This vocational and college, can you combine them?
tertiary education.
Ah, yeah. Okay, let's start this one, all right? So let's say now we have primary or none. Is it okay? Primary or none on the lower level. Primary or none, how many number do you have?
So we have
12, right?
yes.
12.
Yes, Prof.
Okay, 12. How many percent is that?
Score for the 1 year.
6.7%, right? Okay, what about others? Is it 6.7%?
Yes.
I'm combining these two, collapsing these two. At no point having 1% here, okay? Next. What's the next level? Secondary?
Secondary
Secondary?
135.
135. Okay, 135. How many percent of this?
75%.
35.0%. So I don't want this to be too many groups here, okay? And very few numbers in each group. Next level.
Tertiary
Tertiary. Okay, tertiary, which is tertiary here? College, tertiary, right?
then bachelor's degree
Bachelor's degree,
in vocational.
occasional. So you don't know what vocational school or they went to some institution, like diploma, we don't know, right? All right, just add these three up. 22, 5, and 6. How much is that?
33.
33. What percentage?
18.3%.
18.3%. Okay, so now you're going to go to a SPSS file and recode it because that's what we're going to use in further analysis. Okay, let's go to SPSS. There's different ways of doing it, but sample size is very small. I just prefer this way. Right click on the column heading, right click, sort, let's say descending, sort descending. Sorry, on the education, on education variable. Okay, top pendidikan, sort descending. So occasional, we are going to change to what? Tertiary, right?
Yes, Prof.
Right, change to tertiary. different ways of doing it, but sample size very small. This is the fastest way, easiest way. Tidak bersekolah? Will be sekolah rendah, right?
Yes, under primary.
Primary. Less sort ascending. All these will be tertiary, right? We're declaring all these tertiary, isn't it?
Yes, Prof.
Tertiary. All these tertiary. All right. Okay, let's run frequency again. Now to rerun, this is a recall button, right? The icon below the data, okay, that's a recall button. Don't have to go to analyze again and again. So click this recall button. Okay, we're done frequency recently. Everything's there. Click OK. So now we have tahap pendidikan, sekolah menengah, sekolah rendah, and tertiary. Okay, so that's clear. The numbers here. Pekerjaan. Oh, this is massive, okay? A lot of categories here. Right, how many categories shall we create? How many categories? There are different occupations, right? What do you want to categorize into? Who is answering?
Try unemployed, employed, retired.
Employed, unemployed, retired, housewives? Housewives? Let's say how many categories you're going to have, okay? Working, so this employment status, right? Employment status, working, not working, housewife, does it go into non-working? Housewife? Shall I create a different category or put under not working?
I think it's not working.
Put under not working. Okay, let's try it, okay? Let's try putting the housewife first.
Okay.
Housewife not working, yeah? Does it mean housewife not working?
She's still working, but
They're working more than the one working, okay? Right. Suppose you have some students. Okay, let's say we search this first, right? Let's go to the data. Pekerjaan. Sorted, descending, let's say. Doesn't matter ascending or descending. Let's say go for descending. This waitress, is it working?
Yes.
Working, right? So all these people not working, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Even then, see that the spellings are different. Tidak kerja, tidak bekerja. This one, I think K is missing here. They all taken as a different level. So what I'm going to do, tidak bekerja or tidak kerja, bekerja lah, right? Copy this and paste all this. Right? The spelling is different, become a different group. All right. Are these workers?
Yes.
Right. So they are workers. Okay, let's put Malay first, right? Bekerja. Okay, these people are bekerja. All right. Okay, these people are tidak bekerja, just copy and paste. Swasta, the guys bekerja, so try not to type in because if you miss a spelling, then become a different group. Okay, these are suri rumah. Just copy one. Suri Rumah, the different spellings, all the Suri Rumah, majority, I think. All right. And this Suri Rumah. Okay. Supervisor, bekerja. Again, you can sort it. Or sort ascending now. Okay, these people all working, right? So these people all bekerja. Kerja sendiri, berniaga, all still working. All right. Bilal, buruh. Okay. Who's not working now? Let's check. All this tidak bekerja, suri rumah. It's not bekerja. Let's see, bekerja. Rider. This bekerja. Sendiri also bekerja. Separuh also kerja. All right. So some nil, those nil we put them tidak bekerja, okay? Sort again few times. Pension, kerja no kerja?
Not okay.
Not kerja. Right, pelajar, not too many. You want to keep this because there's student here. Okay, pelajar. Housekeeping, we call it suri rumah, right? So housekeeping just now. Housewife. Tidak bekerja, bersara. All right. This also tidak bekerja. Okay, let's run the frequency. Since you corrected these two, you can take it out, just bekerja alone. So now we have bekerja 85, pelajar, suri rumah, tidak bekerja. Right? So I think this is okay. Employment status. Working. How many are working? 85, 47.2%. Not working, 24. Housewife, 67. And students, 4. All right. So these are frequency and percentages for all the qualitative variables in our data. Questions? Questions? Okay. Yeah. Any questions?
No questions, Prof.
Okay. Let's guess how many names. Evelyn. Evelyn? Evelyn? Who's Evelyn? Evelyn, are you there? Some people are in the club but not in the class. Katrina? Katrina? Right? Kuhan?
Yes, doctor.
Right, any questions?
No, doctor.
All right. Is your table complete? Your table, is it complete like mine?
Yes.
Can you show me? Never mind, don't have to, okay? All right, now come to age. Age is another demographic variable we have. So age, it won't be frequency in percentages. It should be mean and standard deviation. Okay, let's redo. Frequency, remove pekerjaan, add in umur. So here I'm not going for frequency. I go to statistics, ask for mean, standard deviation. Let's say a minimum, maximum, any typo or not. It's supposed to be 18 and above. Supposing one has type only 8 there, then we know it's out of range value, right? So mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, continue, and click off this button. We are looking for frequencies, and click OK. So what's the mean age? 42.38, standard deviation 11.35, minimum or maximum, okay? The data is within the range because our respondents minimum must be 18 years and above. So we have this range. So just fill it up. Age, mean age is 42.4, plus minus okay, plus minus standard deviation 11.4. I think one decimal is enough. Okay, this is mean and standard deviation. So put a strict sign. Then take out this row. So put a strict sign, mean plus or minus standard deviation. Because the column, the rest are frequency in percentages, the age in terms of mean and standard deviation. Right. So that completes the first table. Complete your write-up. You're done until marital status, Malays, continue. Education, Malays, right? Education, 75% had secondary level of education. Employment, 47%. Or I can also highlight whichever you want. You can highlight housewives you can. Like here, I go for this, 47.2% are working. What else? And the mean age was 'So don't have to go and explain each particular level one by one. So in chapter 4 results, so go to describe, okay, there were how many respondents? 180 respondents. Who were the respondents? There's a demographic characteristics. And what was the characteristics in terms of whatever in our questionnaire? So we say this is how they are distributed. Right, so that'll be section 1. Okay, save the file. Save the file as demographic characteristics. Okay, choose one folder, Okay, later when you do write up the results, be easier, right? Recall this and just do it. So we're going to call this table 1 or demographic characteristics. Okay, demographic characteristics. So remember, for qualitative variables, we're using frequencies and percentages. Quantitative variables, we can use mean and standard deviation. The data is not skewed. Okay, so all the groups will have this because it's the same data, even though you're focused on different areas of the research, all of you will tell who your respondents were. Questions?
No questions, Prof.
All right.